What if there's no life after this life? What if this is all we get? No second chance, no pearly gates, no cosmic reward. And what if you're wrong? What if every breath is leading to something bigger than ourselves? What if the truth lives somewhere between faith and doubt? Yeah. Yeah. I grew up hearing heaven was waiting beyond the clouds and the stars, but every year I kept seeing more pain than answers in my heart. A child dies before learning to read. A mother prays but still can't eat. A soldier comes home with invisible wounds. Tell me why suffering never sleeps. People spend their whole lives preparing for another place, while ignoring the broken souls standing right in front of their face. Yeah, if tomorrow ain't promised and eternity ain't guaranteed, then shouldn't we focus more on the people who need us here? I hear what you're saying, and trust me, I've asked it too. But pain doesn't prove there's no purpose. Sometimes purpose is pushing through. I've seen addicts become fathers, I've seen enemies become friends. I've seen people at their lowest rise up and start again. Maybe suffering isn't evidence that heaven doesn't exist. Maybe it's proof that humanity still has lessons to learn from this. Cause every storm has a meaning, even when we don't understand. And every unanswered question might fit inside a greater plan. What if there's no life after this life? What if this moment is all we know? Would we love harder? Would we live smarter? Would we finally let our true self show? What if there is another side waiting somewhere beyond the night? Would our choices matter? Would our souls matter? Either way, we've got to live this life, yeah. Look at the world we're leaving behind. Cities divided by greed, politicians selling hope while feeding off people's needs. Everybody claiming certainty like they got a direct line, but nobody can prove what happens after the end of time. So I put my faith in actions, not promises I can't see, and feeding hungry families and building stronger communities. If heaven's real, that's beautiful. If not, my conscience is clean, because I spent my years helping people instead of chasing the dream. But who gave you that conscience? Who planted that fire inside? Why does every human being search for meaning their whole life? Why do we look at the stars and feel there's something more? Why does every civilization keep knocking on the same door? Maybe faith isn't blindness, maybe doubt isn't strength. Maybe wisdom is admitting that some mysteries remain. I don't need all the answers to believe there's something true. Sometimes the strongest evidence is what your spirit pulls you toward. What if there's no life after this life? Would you still stand for what's right? Would you still help strangers? Would you still show kindness without a promise of paradise? What if there is another side beyond the reach of human eyes? Wouldn't love still matter? Wouldn't hope still matter? Wouldn't truth survive the night? I've seen religion used as a weapon. I've seen faith heal shattered lives. I've seen people exploit belief. I've seen belief help people survive. Maybe we're all searching, maybe we're all afraid. Maybe every human heart is trying to find its place. Yeah. When my time finally comes, I want people to remember the lives I touched, not the theories I defended, the hands I lifted, the hope I gave, the moments I chose courage instead of playing it safe. And when my time finally comes, I wanna meet eternity, knowing I gave everything to the people who believed in me, knowing I loved deeply, knowing I stood for truth, knowing every trial shaped me into the man I grew into. If there's no life, then let's make this one count. Let's hear what's broken. Let's speak with honesty. Let's build the world we talk about. What if there is life? Then let our legacy testify that we chose compassion over division and love over pride. Because whether forever waits or whether this is all we get, the measure of a life isn't how long it lasts, it's what we leave behind. Maybe this is all there is. Maybe It's only the beginning, I don't know, neither do I. But while we're here, let's live like every moment matters, because it does.